Senator from Arizona.
I rise today to congratulate my colleagues on the recent introduction of legislation to renew Trade Promotion Authority. Increasing free trade levels a playing field for U.S. companies. We all know that. It increases competition. We know that too. It also increases access to foreign markets with all of the attendant benefits. U.S. businesses stand the best chance to see gains in accessing foreign markets through bilateral and regional free trade agreements. Now, given the complexity of these agreements, the consultation process and the expedited consideration provided by TPA is really the only way to go. According to the Office of the U.S. Trade Representative, the United States is, quote, the world's largest economy and the largest exporter and importer of goods and services. We export more than $2.2 trillion in goods and services, or we did so just last year. For those of us who represent border states, the issue hits very close to home. In recent years, Mexico has become America's third largest trading partner and our second largest export market. According to the Arizona-Mexico Commission, Arizona's ports of entry serve as gateways for $26 billion in U.S.-Mexican trade annually. And Arizona benefits from more than $13 billion in bilateral trade with Mexico every year. Now, given the benefits of vibrant export markets and access to low-cost imports, it's difficult to overstate the importance of getting trade agreements in place. A U.S. Chamber official recently noted in roll call that nearly half of U.S. exports go to our free trade agreement partners, and that these countries make up just 1/10 of the world economy. Let me repeat that. Half of our exports go to those countries with whom we have free trade agreements, yet those countries represent just 1/10 of the world's economy. That tells you the importance of getting these free trade agreements in place. In a recent opinion piece in the Wall Street Journal, former U.S. Trade Representative noted that, quote, on average, in the past 5 years of a new free trade agreement, U.S. exports grew nearly 3 to 4 times as rapidly as U.S. exports to others. Now, this is great news, given that negotiations on the Trans-Pacific Partnership, or TPP, are ongoing. Its successful approval would yield the largest regional free trade agreement the U.S. has ever been a part of. Now, approval of the TPP agreement would provide increased access to critical Asia-Pacific markets for U.S. businesses at a critical time. It's difficult to see how this agreement will be concluded without TPA. Given that a 2010 study prepared by the Business Roundtable found that 38 million jobs, 1 in 5 jobs in the United States, are supported by trade, the introduction of TPA renewal legislation couldn't be more timely. Again, I congratulate my colleagues for the introduction of this legislation. I look forward to its consideration. I yield back my time.